about Friday night. Mm-hmm. Sure did. Yeah. I don't know who said it, but one of y'all said, Ms.V, we want to talk about the lottery. And I thought to myself today, what is it to say about the lottery? You don't sit up there talking about, okay, just like a big dummy. Y'all know I still got this cough. Couldn't get into the doctor today, but that's all right. Tomorrow's another day. We'll try again for tomorrow. But we're going to talk about this lottery soon as I get some people up in here. We're going to talk about it. I don't know where y'all at, what's the deal with y'all, but y'all slipping. But I ain't here for a long time tonight. I'm just here for a good time because I'm going back to work in the morning. 4 o'clock gonna come quick, so I ain't gonna be on here all night. Wait a minute, I'm gonna start my life. Y'all gonna hear them come on in. It's just like that. That ain't T Miller. That's good enough for me. But two or three are gathered in His name. We need two or three more. mm. What's up, AT? Ms.V, what's going on there? The internet a little weird out there. Oh, so that means you can't see? I need to go inside? You ain't saying nothing but a word. Talk to me, AT. Do I need to get up and move all my stuff inside? Hey, everybody coming in. I just need to know, can y'all see me? Put a one in the chat if it's coming in clear. If it ain't coming in clear, then I need to move inside. I ain't going to do no whole video and it ain't clear. Come on, talk to me. Right quick. Somebody throw a one in the chat if it's coming in clear. If it ain't coming in, 11111. That's enough right there. Mr. says coming in clear. Okay. Emmanuel, you got to go. You ain't even said hello. Why don't you ever come into nobody's chat and ask a dumb question like that? What's it to you, boo? Go on about your business. This ain't the charm for you. Obviously. We speak to each other when we come in here. Okay, so we got one troll gone. I heard you say, Sean, we can see you, but it's fuzzy. Oh, hold on. I can fix that. Let's see. And y'all tell me popping this gum so I can take this gum out too. I hate this. Okay, hold on. Is that now? Talk to me. Want to check better. Come on, y'all slow. Let's go. Put a one in the chat if it's coming in. Picture is clear. Okay, we're going inside. I'm gonna go hook y'all up and come back and get the rest of my stuff. Cause I cleaned it so it ain't the screen. Okay. Holy little horses, baby. Hold on. Let me get y'all. Oh yeah, that's much better. Mm-mm. Let's go inside. Okay, we in here. Let me go get my little rest of my stuff in my purse. Hold your horses. Speak to each other. Okay. Man, y'all know I like to be outside. Sometimes I don't like to be up in the house all the time. Mm-mm. Hold it, hold it. called little Emmanuel. He gonna have to go make another page. Him came in foolish already tonight. Is that better? Do we need a little light on the subject? Light on the situation? We can do that too. I was ready. Okay. There we go. I got myself hooked up on the bracelets. Emmanuel, thank you for the apology. It takes a genuine person to man up that way. Well, yeah, you don't come in here doing no stuff like that. Okay, but see, now, that's not the subject tonight, Emmanuel. If you're going to stay in here, you're going to have to stick with the topic. We are talking about the lottery. That's what one of my subscribers asked me to talk about tonight. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And y'all, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit taking all these topics y'all want to talk about. Baby, that topic. Look at Trucker's wife. Baby, I'm home from the rehab. I'm doing well, Ms.V. Praise the Lord. Come on in the building. We've been missing you, baby. That's my moderator there. Thank God. I'm coming back up and speak to everybody. But I got to tell y'all about this topic. This topic was deep. I'm dumb. I did not ask the lady, well, what do you want to talk about when we talking about the lottery? I got the reading up on it and I'm like, wow, this is deep tonight. So buckle up. I'm going to tell y'all all about it. Everything. How it got started. Who runs it. The history of it. Get some glasses because you know you can't see. I was prepared. I had everything outside. Let's see. These will work. These will work. Okay. Who runs the lotto? The states that don't have the lotto. That was a lotto movie that was out. Did any of y'all see it? How much do Americans spend on the lotto? What does the Bible say about gambling? Disadvantages of playing the lotto? And where does the lotto money go? Whose hands is it in? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. We out here on this virtual ship, the fantastic voyage. Let's sail. Okay? I'm going to go up here and speak to my little sugar boogers first. Welcome them into the building tonight. And we're going to go from there. Thank you for coming in, Martin, for me. Okay, sorry about the internet. I was trying to take y'all outside. But I think I'm going to go further down because last year I don't think I had these problems when I was down in the pool area because it's an open space. So I can get the internet better if I'm down by the pool. Mister, you're here. Welcome. Houston to Houston. Saying hello. Hey, Veronica, I already know you hit that like button on the way in. You look cute in your little pink. You say queen, too. Thank ya. What's up, Carol Anna? Hey, Ms.V in chat. About to leave the office. I'll be in the bushes. Okay, that's cool. We got Auntie in here. She can handle them till another one come in. Thank you for putting them ones in the chat. Although we inside now. The back of the internet's a little fuzzy. Okay, we inside. We inside. Okay, we good. Hey, Miss Joy and Shatika. Mr. Ed Ricks is in the building tonight. A friend from back in the day. We met in 1972. We've been friends ever since. What's up, Ed? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Houston in the house tonight. All the way from Orlando, Florida is Mr. Ricks in the house tonight. Okay, good evening, everyone. Auntie Millie is here with her belt. You're going to need it tonight, I think, Auntie, because I ain't been on here for them to troll me. So to take your belt out, we old school. We do make you go get your own switch over here, and we're going to rope you like okra if you come up in here messing with us, because we ain't messing with y'all. Find another place to go. Go play outside like kids used to do. Do something constructive with your life. Them bad ass kids and bad adults can get it. Let them have it, Auntie. I got ya. Maybe we need to go out inside. We here. Okay. Drift cars for life. It's not, okay, it's not working good. I got you. Okay. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Never seen you over here before. You fuzzy. Okay. Go inside. I'm inside. It's looking better inside. Okay, we back in the bedroom again. Houston, y'all always know where I am according to the pictures in the background. Okay, hey Charlene, how you doing? Blessings to you all this marvelous Monday afternoon. Prayer hands, hearts, and roses, and I thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, you didn't have to. Mister saying hello all the way from H Town in the building. Auntie Millie, everyone hit that like button right up in the right hand corner. Hit them three dots. Go up in the right hand corner. See the three dots? Hit it. Okay? They say that tap the screen in the middle 2 times. Brittany couldn't get that to work the other night. Charlene wants you to ring that bell. That's the like button. That y'all already know. Ed, much better, Florida. Yeah, okay. Ed moved from California to Florida, back home. All right, okay. I ain't gonna tell the rest of the story. These are new chatters, so they'll get to know you as you come into the chat. Who you are in relationship to me? Okay, all right. We ain't gonna tell tonight. We're gonna make them guess. They're gonna be asking you questions too. Watch. Emmanuel, thank you for the apology. It takes a genuine person to man up. You gotta man up over here. We don't want no wimps. Can't use them in our business. It's grown, seasoned women over here. Better thought you knew. Mr. says beautiful now. And we are so happy Trucker's wife is back in the house out of rehab. Because I sure was missing you, baby. But I didn't take you off as a moderator. I left you up there. I still got all the moderators up there. I had them in there wrong. I had some as standard and some like with the same advantages as me because I ran out of room. Well, I didn't know you could go down and add more space to it. That's my fault. Everybody's still there, like always. Just took one out of the having the same privileges as me. That's it. Ms.V, he apologized for asking that, but he went back to being flush. Yeah, some people can't help themselves. But anyway, bless his heart. Hey, Lynette, what's shaking? Happy Monday to you, too. Miss Millie sending you prayers. Hey, Veronica Lofton Woods is in the building, too. Okay, I think I done spoke to everybody. Cynthia Fuller, good evening. How's it going? Michael, Makaya Janae, thank you. You're welcome. Welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. When y'all come over here, hit that subscribe button. It's free. You ain't got to pay nothing to be a subscriber over here. You don't have to pay nothing to hit that like button. That's all you got to do. That's all I ask. Now, if you want to become a member, that's fine too. It is becoming a member over here. You can't even get a hamburger for it. Okay? I need your last $2 to become a member over here. Now, if you want to be another level, I got them too. But the cheapest one, that's on you. Thank you. The real Yo-Yo is in the building. Thank you for coming in, Martin. Oh, there's my queen all the way from across the water in Canada. Hey, Tajista, what's shaking, baby? Look at them trolls. Creative FHA. Hi, I'm from Saudi Arabia. Come on in, baby. We international over here. We've been international ever since we've been out here. And a new subscriber. Welcome to Chatting with Ms. V, baby. We got a lot of energy. We laid back on a virtual cruise ship called The Fantastic Voyage. You just entered. We're on the Lido tonight, okay? Come on in. All right? And involve yourself in the chat when we get on the lottery. If you know something that I ain't talking about, or you can add, be sure to put your comments in. I like to read y'all's comments. Miss V, you going back to your school bus kids tomorrow? And is. Got a little anxiety. Everything is so new. It's just like the first day. New building. They got to get used to me all over again. I've been gone from them over a month, y'all. But I'm excited in a way, and I'm a little bit apprehensive in a way. I know how it was that first day, but I think after the morning ride, we'll be right back in stride again. Hey, Michelle James, how are you? I am super duper. No complaints over here. Don't nobody want to hear that? Okay. Let's see. Going on down. I'm at the bottom. Just I already done cut up laughing. I don't know what she laughing about because she always laughing at me about something. She laughs at me. With me and at me. And I let her do it. I don't care nothing about y'all laughing at me. Okay, so let's get started out here. Let's sell. So do y'all know anything about the lottery? Second question. Has anybody in here ever won any money off the lottery? Big or small? You ain't got to say how much. Just yes or no. Okay? Do they have the lottery in your state? Because there's some states I'm going to tell you about don't have the lottery. And y'all stop giving me these hard topics. But I'm up for the challenge. I am. I've been challenged all my life. Ain't nothing new. Hello to everyone in the chat, back in the bushes watching trolls. Thank you, Yo-Yo. I appreciate you coming in. So the first lottery, y'all probably thought it was in 1980. Yeah. Wrong. The first lottery was actually in 1612. So let me give you a little history about it first and why we had the lottery. Why did it come on the scene in the very beginning? Your sister wins all the time. I don't play. You can't win if you don't play, Charlene. You won something in Florida? Okay. And you have the lottery in Florida. Okay, Lynette. Cool. By the way, you know, we didn't win nothing on our lottery ticket the other night. I got us another one. There's the numbers. Let's see how much is this one worth. 400. Wait a minute. 100,000 million. Whoo, wait a minute. 471,700,000. That's our ticket numbers. All right. This was from last night, so y'all can look them up and see if we won anything. Okay. Y'all got me playing the lottery over here. I'm going to tell you the disadvantages of the lottery and your chances of winning for the lottery. I ain't trying to change your mind on that. I'm just giving you facts over here. That's it. That's all. So the first lottery was in 1612, and it raised $29,000. You know that was like $1 million today? 29,000 in 1612. We're in 2024. Might have been more than that. You never played the lottery? Do they have the lottery in Canada, Tajisti? You won small in New York, Ed? Okay. All right. So, the company that actually started the lottery was called the Virginia Company. So it started up there in them 13 original colonies. Hey, Charlene, I'm from Chicago. We have the Powerball and Mega Millions. We got it here too, baby. I'm just not a one to even remember to get it. I've been trying to do it so I could bring it out here and I could share with y'all. Come back in English. Translate that. Translate everything. We speak English over here. We're in America. That's the dominant language. Thank you. Hey, what you saying? Hey, Deborah Silver. So back to the lottery. The lotteries were frequently used in colonial era America to finance, guess what? That's how the first roads, the first bridges, and the first building of churches came about from the lottery. The one that they started in 1612. Let me go back up and see what you're saying. You gonna be playing this week? Okay, well, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something. Later on, what your chances are of winning this week. I mean, you ain't lost nothing. I lost what, $3? If I win, if I don't win, I ain't lost nothing. $3. That ain't gonna even buy me no food these days. I just have to get some candy or something. Try to make it till I could get home. Somebody else said something up here. I got you. Tajisti, they do have lottery in Canada, but I never bothered to play. Yep. I should have started. I used to play all the time when I was working out at Amoco. We had a pool, and we all, everybody working in the lab put their money in, and we would buy up a whole bunch of lottery tickets. We hit 3 times in 20 years. I was there 20 years, and we hit 3 times. Nothing big. $1,000, another 1,000, and 100. That's it. Hey, Homestyle, I'm glad to catch up with you. with your line. I'm glad you in here because you always be catching the replays. But we talking about the lottery tonight. Now, ain't nobody admitted who told me they wanted to talk about this, but that's what we talking about because that's what somebody said. Okay? So the Virginia Company was organized and authorized by King James. So where did the money come from? The money came from the ticket sales. That's how it all got started. So ain't nothing changed from 1612 to 2024. What's up, Sting? Thank you for the roses. It originally started as a sacrifice to ensure a good harvest. So back then, there were a lot of farmers, and they didn't always make good crops. It depended on the weather. So they also helped out the farmers with their crops so they could have food to eat. So it served a good purpose back then. So let me flip over here and tell you some more about the beginning of it. And then we're going to get on into some more about the lottery as of the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. Okay, so King James organized the lottery to help finance ships to Jamestown. The ships had to bring in the food and the supplies for the people. So again, another good reason to start it. You have the lottery in South Carolina, and they call it SC Education Lottery. Okay, Carla. Hey, Rez, good evening. All right. So we had the Puritans back then. So we went way back there with this lottery thing. Y'all thought it just started, but I'm telling you, it did not. It's been here for a minute. Okay? So the Puritans viewed it as a dishonor to God, as a door and a window to the worst sins. They was religious. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it. It was gambling. It was a sore eye back then. Okay? In their perspective. Nevertheless, by the 1670s, gambling was a well-established and an irritant of New England life, according to Colonial Williamsburg website. The early proceeds went to building bridges, roads, churches, and colleges. So see, it had a purpose back then. We have had lotteries for a long time in U.S. history, and they were financed by the people. People bought the tickets, and that's how they got their roads and bridges. Because they had dirt roads back then. If you're up on the East Coast, you'll see still today a lot of cobblestone. Homestyle is speaking, and she's from South Carolina also. Glad to meet you. Okay, there. Y'all have met each other out here. See what happens over here on Chatting with Ms.V? We ain't number one big old happy family. That's all. If you live in the Philadelphia area, Ben Franklin organized a lottery there in the Philly area to fund the militia for defense against the attacks of the French. There is a lottery pick in the NBA. Oh, really, Ed? Okay. See, y'all be knowing this stuff. Bring it on in the chat because we don't know everything. Okay? Thank you for that comment. John Hancock ran a lottery to help build Boston's Hall in 1767. So we done passed 100 years now. We're into 1700 out of the 1600s, okay? Now, the first president, George Washington, ran one to build a road in Virginia over a mountain pass. So he called the Mountain Road Lottery. That's what he called it. But it failed miserably. Didn't earn enough money to even make the project viable. You're from North Carolina, Deborah Silver, originally, all right? Now, he's got some Carolinians in the house tonight. Welcome. Around 1800, when I stepped up to the 1800s, a black man by the name of Denmar Vesey, an enslaved person in Charleston, South Carolina, won a local lottery and used the money for his freedom. Vesey was executed for his role in planning a failed slave revolt in 1822. I know some of our people ran numbers off the lottery. Okay, that's one right there. But they executed him because he was trying to free other slaves and got caught. But he bought his freedom by winning the lottery ticket in 1800 from South Carolina, Denmark, Vesey, Vesey. Okay, to everybody from the Carolinas in the building tonight. As we move on, in the 1800s, things changed. You know, nothing remains the same. I've been telling y'all that ever since I've been out here. Life changes, you change, everything. Nothing remains the same. Okay. And the tides turned against gambling of all forms beginning in the 1800s. Why? Because of corruption. You know somebody always gonna have to come up with a clever scheme. That's throughout lifetime, from the beginning of life, from the Garden of Eden, a clever scheme. Okay? Corruption also worked against lotteries, selling tickets only with no proceeds. Now, how you gonna sell a ticket and ain't gonna give nobody nothing? You know that was gonna be a failed attempt right there. I buy a ticket one time. You think I ain't gonna come? I'm gonna go marching back up in there for another one, and you didn't give me nothing on the first ticket? I don't think so. No, they have to get rich on lotteries. So at that time, they decided we don't want it no more. So it didn't come back into play until the great state of Louisiana, started around 1868 by a group of entrepreneurs that sold tickets and were beyond the state border. See that they coming in corrupt. They, instead of just selling in Louisiana, they trying to sell tickets beyond the border. With only 7% of the company's revenue coming from Louisiana. Let's see what you're saying here, Tajisti. Canadian lottery winnings aren't taxable. Oh, really? Whether you win $20 or $2 million or even $20 million, you get to keep every last cent. But you just need to go on out there and start buying the tickets over there in Canada. And then we'll send you the money. Okay? That's how we need to do it. And that way we can get all the money. We don't have to pay taxes on it. And we come back over here in America and we can split it up. Okay? We can start us a lotto pool. So, where am I? The company's revenue coming from Louisiana, according to the Louisiana Lottery Commission. That's where I got this information from. In 1890, Congress banned the sales and forced them to shut it down. The boot got shut down. Look like it's been shut down ever since. Poor. Okay? If you would, mister. So after the corruption in Louisiana, guess where it moved to, y'all? Clean out the United States all the way to Honduras. Hello, Charlene. I think it's worth paying taxes because if you win, can I borrow $1? Just $1? That's all you want? They drew lottery for God's robe. They called Lot. Okay. Ed's bringing us in some biblical stuff in here. Thank you, Ed, for sharing. Charlene said, I'm blessed. Okay. Is this the same Charlene? Do I have two Charlene? That's the same one. Okay. So it moved all the way to Honduras after the feds passed laws banning the sale of lottery tickets through the mail. That's where Louisiana went wrong. Selling only 7% of the tickets in the state and then trying to do a mail order. We back in horse and buggy days. They mustn't do the lottery but once a month. I don't know. They didn't say that, okay? I'm just trying to figure that out on my own. By 1894, we're coming up on the 1900s now, legal lotteries were no longer held in the United States. So it started in 1672. It stopped in 1894. Too corrupt, okay? State lotteries made a comeback. What year you think they made the comeback? Everybody here in the chat should be old enough to know. We done been through the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. When What year do y'all think it made the comeback? Let's see. Let me read this. It's two, Charlotte, Ms.V. I'm Henderson, and she is Callis. Oh, it's two. Okay, okay. Good. So I'm going to do the last names, not to confuse the Charlene's. Thank you. In South Carolina, if you receive state public assistance, you will not get your money if you win the lottery. What? That would help them get out for public assistance. What kind of sense do that make? I'm confused. It's over my head. Okay. So the year it came back to the States was in 1960. You were close, Steve. You got 64. It was 1960, okay? So the state lotteries made a comeback in the well, maybe it was exactly 1964 because this research says the 1960s, which could have been the exact year 1964. So they use your own that history, baby. Post-World War II, which increased an array of state services without raising taxes. So the war was just over. So instead of raising taxes on the people, they brought the lottery back to alleviate raising the taxes on the people. It was 1960-ish. Sting said it was exact year was 64. Deborah. Okay, with the Vietnam War, so we coming on up now. Okay, we're in the 60s now, 1960s. We done moved from what, 1912 all the way to the 60s now. Just that quick. With the Vietnam War coming to a halt in the 60s due to the inflation with the increased spending, the Vietnam War voters want all the services they have gotten, and they have gotten used to not having to pay those high taxes. So it was one of the best things they could have done. So now we got the lottery back now, and it's helping the people again, not to raise the taxes on the people. They just coming out of war. Wars cost a lot of money. So, and that was a long war, very long war. The lotto bounces back and forth in 1964. That's its thing. With New Hampshire, one of the only 3 states at a time without a sale of income tax. So property taxes went up. So it kind of defeated the purpose there. Now we come on up. We skipped over the 70s because, you know, the war was still going on in the 70s. So everything was probably about the same as it was in the 60s. But now we up to the 1980s. And an avalanche of states followed suit and started getting into the lottery games. Hold on. I'm trying to keep up with y'all. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Holy Soul. Brother, who let their auntie go live on YouTube? I have a lot of nieces and nephews, but you are not welcome here because you're being belligerent. You're being a little disrespectful, and nobody invited you to come over here. So exit like you came, and thank you for the view. Hit the subscribe button on the way out. Give it to Auntie, because that's what they call me over here at Chatting with Ms.V. But in the future, speak before you come in, and don't be so ugly, because we don't have those kind of people over there. See you later. He's out. Hey, Jack, how you doing? As soon as one state legalized it, another state boundary followed suit. So what it's saying is, like, if Louisiana legalized it, the states that surround it would be like Arkansas up above, and then Mississippi, and then maybe one state over might have been Alabama or Texas. That's how it goes. When one state legalizes it, the state around it legalizes it. Mandalorian. Woo, Mandalorian. Hello, and Chatting with Ms.V is here to welcome you. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Come on in, it's free. So they go kind of like in a geographical pattern when they start up it with the lottery in one state. Lottery is an unexpected payment that is the same as gifts of inheritance. Why would some America take tax. Hey, that's just the way we operate over here. To just, if we don't make the laws, we have to follow them over here. Whatever Congress decides, and the Senate and the Congress get together and they pass it, that's the way we have to go over here. Okay, I can't answer that. Mississippi was the last state to approve a lottery in 2019. Okay, let's get on over here. So who started the lottery and why? Anybody know? I can tell you this. It didn't actually begin in the United States. It began abroad, another country. Italy. Rome, the city, to be exact. The city of Rome in dire need of repairs, but the people were so heavily taxed that any further tax increase would start public unrest. So they started the lottery over there first. It's state law required by law in the USA. Okay, Misty? Sting is on it, baby. She knows that history. Caesar. Um, let's see. To just the everything seemed to start in Europe. Yeah, I think they have always been a little bit more advanced. Maybe have more money than the U.S. because the U.S. has been in debt for a long, long, long time. Augustus Caesar, that is Sting, was the first to come up with the idea as a way of raising revenues and his popularity. Who owns the Powerball lottery? Now, y'all should know that if you live here in the U.S. Let's see. Rhea is saying, Ms.V, you can make me a moderator anytime you want so I can help with the foolishness. It really does get on my nerves. Okay. Okay. I might have to go back and get Sting back too. Sting was quick draw. But Sting would take them all out. I wouldn't have never been looking at 6K, trying to get the 6. They come in here and say one word, say, bye. The state commission. Y'all have to excuse the cough. So the Multi-State Lottery Association, which is a non-profit government benefit association owned and operated by agreement of its 34 member lotteries. So that's who owns it. Now I got another question. Sting, Mister, I understand, but it doesn't make any sense to tax. In a sense, it does, because were built years and years ago, and just look the other day at that bridge falling. You know, when the ship went underneath the bridge. That bridge got to go back up, and it's not going to cost what it cost the first time to put it up. It's going to probably be triple, quadruple what it cost the first time. And I'm sure they'll expand it and make it bigger. And it's going to be years. A lot of money. I don't know. They don't have too many underground ways in anymore because they started leaking over time. So they've blown up most of those, because we had one here in going to Baytown. And now we have real tall. It's a pretty bridge. You know where I'm talking about, Sting? Okay. Sting said we pay taxes to pay for stuff like this. Like Ms.V said. Yeah. You almost have to have tax money, or you're going to be without, probably. I don't see no other way of doing it. Okay, where am I? Okay, which state plays the most lottery? Anybody got an idea which state plays the most lottery? Which state sells the most tickets then? And put it that way. Hint, northeast corridor of the United States. So you know it's not south, it's not west, it's northeast. How about New York? As of 2022, the people in New York bought the largest number of sales of tickets. Okay? Well, Emmett Taylor, you got to go. Thank you for coming over, giving me a view. I appreciate that. It's New York, Tagistic. As of 2022, they didn't have any data for 23, much less 24. Staying on it, she already knew. Multi-state lotteries and mega millions began in the 80s. I can remember because my child was small when it came about. It generates $10 billion in the U.S. That's a lot of money. Followed by Florida. So that's the second one that sells the most tickets. And the third one was California. I would have thought Cali would have followed New York and then Florida. But it's not. That's not what it said. With 9.3 billion to 8.8 billion in US dollars. So that's a lot of money. We should not have any raggedy schools. We should not have any person, I don't care if they special needs or whatever's wrong with them, they should have somebody there that can teach them in a classroom that specialized in whatever area that child needs. That's a lot, Santagistic. Who controls the lottery? Subject to the laws of and operated independently by each jurisdiction, and there is no national lottery organization. Yeah, that's a lot of money, Charlene. State lotteries jointly organize games, spanning larger geographically the footprints, which in turn carry larger jackpots. The state lotteries do. Okay? That's what I mean, Queen. The government takes taxes and not enough funding for schools. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Mega Millions is owned by the Illinois Lottery. That started in the 1980s. So the first three to join was Washington State, then Texas, then California. Washington State started in September of 2022. This is with the Mega Millions. Okay? And then Texas came in 2003. And California was in 2005. California was the last before the cross-sale expansion in 2010. Okay, I read that. Has anyone seen the lottery movie? There's a movie out. I ain't know nothing about it till I started researching it. But supposedly it's a short story by Shirley Jackson that was first published in the New Yorker in June 26, 1948. Not to tell you about it in case you want to go and read it, I just give you little excerpts of it. The story describes a fictional small American community that observes an annual tradition known as the lottery, which is intended to ensure a good harvest and purge the town of bad omens. That's what the book is all about. Again, the book is called The Lottery. It's by Shirley Jackson, and it was published in 1948, so it's been around for a minute. Thank you, Rez. I appreciate that. Yeah, New York makes sense. The Powerball debuted in 1988 as Lotto America and is offered today in the small states as Mega Millions, excluding Puerto Rico. Okay? So these states do not sell lottery tickets, and they are Alabama, Alaska, Hawaii, Nevada, and that is unbelievable to me. All that gambling going down in Nevada, but you ain't selling no lottery tickets, and Utah. So those are the 5 states that do not sell lottery tickets. Let's see what Mr. Ricks is saying. Great show. I would like to say, if you can say something good, why bother say anything wasted energy? I know that's right, Ed. They do it. And this started about 6 weeks ago now. The trolls just started coming in. I never had that problem. Nobody out here never had that problem. But all of a sudden, it's just like somebody opened up the lot gate and let them out, and they just going wild from channel to channel. But I notice it's not on every channel. It's just on some channels. There are channels I went to watch this weekend just to see if the trolls were coming in. Ain't never seen a troll on that channel. Makes you wonder. State lotteries are thriving with Americans spending an estimated $100 billion each year on tickets. Now that's a lot of money. Nevada does not want to compete with the lottery because they have gambling. That makes sense, Carol Anna. It does. Yep. 5 most winning numbers. Y'all ready for the 5 most winning numbers? Here they are. All right. The 5 most winning numbers. This is from collected data over, I guess, 40 years because it came back in 1980. So this data would have started in 1980 something. 61, 32, 21, 63, and 36. And the Powerball number is 18. Those are the most winning numbers since it came back in 1980. Okay? Least popular numbers are 13, 34, 49, 29, and 26. Least popular Powerball is 15. So there, that might help us a little bit. Somebody should have wrote them in the chat. So you can always go back to the channel and refer back to them. There is no way to increase your chances of winning. Sorry, bad news. The lottery, even if you just buy 1 ticket or if you buy 100 tickets, it ain't going to make no difference. I'm going to tell you why. The disadvantages of playing the lottery. Now, we know the advantages is winning, okay? But there are some disadvantages also. Low odds of winning, which we already know. The cost of playing frequently. You could go over there and you could buy 5 tickets a week and you add it up at the end of the month and you might be done paid a bill buying lottery tickets. Winning could change your life for the worse. And we've seen that happen. A lot of people who just weren't familiar with money, knowing how to handle a large sum of money, or money at all. They never had it. This was the most money they had in their possession in life. So they made bad choices, poor choices. Maybe family and friends came along and they wheeled them out of a lot of it. And they were broke. So I think one of the worst things that can happen to you is to get money and get the feel of what it feels like to live large and then fall back to where you were. That could be devastating. London bridges, or would you be understanding because you see how bad they are for our country? I'm not understanding that, but anyway, you're gone. Sting got them in the chat. The most wins for the Powerball. Charlene say, Miss V, that's what I told my sister. She pay regular lottery and scratch off. She plays every day. See, that's costly. How much has she won though? It's addicting. It's very addicting. It's gambling. And once you get addicted to it, it's hard to stop. It's like any other habit. 31.22 billion US dollars as of 2021. And I just told you what it was for 2022. It was even more. 6 to 8 weeks to get your money from the Mega Millions. I did not know that. I thought once you got your ticket, you headed to wherever it was that you cashed the big money in. Ours would be Austin. And I didn't realize you had to wait to 6 to 8 weeks. But after I found this out, I thought about it. I said, that's good. Because you don't get that money right away. That gives you time to get with a financial planner or an attorney or somebody who knows something about investing the money, where you just won't take it and just throw it in the bank and just spend. You never had a nice house. So you go and you get a house that is over your head. When the money is gone, you can't even keep it, and you don't pay it off. Okay? When you get a house that size, it's more costly for repair work, and it costs more money to keep it up. It's on more property. You got lawn service. You got higher light bills, higher water bills, gas if you have gas in your home. Everything is going to cost you more in a larger home than a smaller home. Everything. Okay? Charlene, I think she's addicted, but she will not own up to it. I told her to write down how much she wins versus how much she loses. She won't do it. No, because deep down inside, she knows she's losing. But she's addicted to that habit. And she's not going to stop without help. But if you notice on them tickets and stuff, they be telling you that number you can call if you think you addicted. Even in them casinos and stuff, they got them numbers up there. Ain't nobody finna call them numbers. They gonna sit there and keep playing until they broke. And they only gonna tell you when they win. They never tell you that they spent $50,000 to get 5. So they're still in the hole 45,000. But they're not gonna tell you that. Only the money they win. But how much did they put in there to win that money? Let's talk about this little black box. If you ever been in the casinos and stuff, you've seen a little black box. It's an artifact. It's a symbol to the villagers of the longevity of their tradition and the fact that many people before them have upheld the practice of the lottery. That's what that little black box is all about. Facts? Yeah, it's true. I've never been addicted to anything because I don't want nothing to control me. I control me. I don't want alcohol. I don't want drugs. I don't want none of that to control me. If I drink it, I know my limitations. I know when to stop. I don't want no DWI. I ain't never had one. I'm too old to get one. So if you can't handle whatever vice you have, it's best to stop. Because it's going to take you down. It's going to take you out sooner or later. Some people last longer than others. Maybe they're making more money than the normal person would, so they can last a little longer. But it can get so bad. I know a lady right here lost a whole house running to Louisiana to them casinos. We don't have them here. She running down there every time she got off work. She was working shift work, and she was gone. She stayed down there her whole time that she was off gambling. About 3 years later, the whole house was gone. The house was paid for. She borrowed money against the house and couldn't pay it back and lost it. And she wasn't no spring chicken when she did that either. That woman was well off into her late 50s. Yeah. Homestyle, I will play the lottery or buy those scratch off tickets. And it's okay. You know what you can afford and what you can't. We're intelligent people over here. Ain't nothing dumb about us. Ain't nothing slow about us. I know exactly what I can afford to buy. You think I'm going to go over there and buy $100 worth of tickets every week? It's 4 weeks in a month. That's $400. That's all of my utility bills and whatever bills I got. That's more. Because my bills are not that high in here. I just paid my water bill a day, $21.45. My electric bill is always less than $100. I'm not here all day. Today's odds of winning a lottery are very, very hard and have become worse as the size of the jackpots and the number of people playing has increased for the Mega Millions. So your chances of winning, I don't want to burst the bubble, but I need to tell you, is 1 in 302.6 million. That's our chances of winning on this ticket. Anything. Because the more people that play, the more tickets that are sold, the odds are greater against you. That's how it rolls with the lottery. Okay? So if you just playing it for fun and you got $20 that you can just piss off, that's cool. My sister gambles, I told her, if you just want to give money away, give it to me. Exactly. She ain't gonna do that. It's a thrill. It's a high. Just like any other drug. Yeah. I've seen people passing out when them bells start going off. Just flat out, hit the floor, pass out. But they're not thinking. Just like that lady wasn't thinking when she lost her house. You have a house that you have built from the ground up and paid as you went, and you are holding the title in your hands. And you've owned this house now at least 15 years. And you're late 50s. I won't even tell you the rest of the story. But I was a part of the story, helping her get it back. That's all I'm going to say, okay? The Bible does not specifically condemn gambling, betting, such as card games or the lottery. So I found nowhere in there. Has anybody seen anything in there where it tells you do not gamble? The only thing that I probably could relate it to is anything that you overindulge in is a sin. That's it. Corrections. I meant to say will not play the lottery. Wait a minute. What did you say the first time, Homestyle? I will play the lottery or buy those scratch off tickets. And you said corrections. I meant to say I will not play the lottery or buy the scratch off tickets. Okay, I got you. Yeah, it was very sad. Children grown, gone, everything. Good job. Worked at one of the plants. $100,000 a year alone by herself. And a nurse, where at one time she was working the plant and she was going nursing on her 4 or 5 days off. That woman made close to $200,000 that year. And you mean to tell me you let an addiction take you down like that? It can become very addicting. And that's where the problems began. There is a helpline for those who become addicted. And trying to intervene and do an intervention with them, good luck. That's about all I can say. Yeah, it happened. That's a true story. We have been friends for a long, long, long time. Still are. Hmm. But she's in the house, but there's a note on the house now. Hmm. A house that she enslaved and did by herself. Because I've never known her to have a husband. And I've known her, my child is 42, so I've known her about 44 years. Yeah, kind of sad. The 20th century lottos were sold to states to benefit the American public. That suggests bigger and better jackpots, which would give you more tax dollars to public services like education. Personally, this is just my opinion. I don't see where they put enough money into the system. Yeah, Texas got some beautiful schools, but I think they should get better teachers in the classrooms. And they should have more foreign teachers in the classroom speaking different languages. Since we're a melting pot, especially here in Texas, where we have people from around the world speaking all these different languages, it should be offered in high school. That's just my opinion. We tend to cater to Spanish here because we have more Spanish speaking people than any other race. But the rest of them are here and they're steady coming. Um, so she buying the same house twice. She bought it and paid cash for it as she went. As they put the foundation down, she paid for it. As they went up with the frame, she paid for it. When they put the windows in and the roof on, she paid for it. They bricked it in, she paid for it. When the house was complete and inspected, she moved in free. Free. 15 years later, there's an eviction notice because you went out and borrowed against a paid off house. So now she's paying that loan back. Mm-hmm. Yep. But to me, she's always kind of lived that way. Uh, Taking a lot of chances and not really managing her money well. That's what I'm gonna say. Um, hold on. Rare, not a good thing to get that deep into gambling that you lose it all. Mm-mm. She ain't no dummy. She a registered nurse. Okay? She ain't nobody's fool. She just is an addicted person. Now, she's pushing, I think she's 10 years older than me, so she's 80 now. So she has, got past that now with a house note at 80 years old. It's comfortable for her. She makes enough money on her retirement and her Social Security because she stayed at the plant. She was in a lab also, but she didn't work at the same place I worked. So she probably pulls in about $7,000 a month. So it's comfortable, but it's just the idea that you could have had the whole 7,000 minus the utilities, the taxes, and the yard service. Okay. All righty. Well, we have come completely up on our hour. This was my rendition of the lottery. I hope you have enjoyed it. Y'all were very, very responsive in the chat, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Rhea, for coming in and helping out Auntie Millie and getting these trolls out of here. That's why I have so many moderators, because they can't all come in at the same time. JP has a channel, Yo-Yo has a channel, Miss America has a channel, and Chef Mac co-host on the channel. Trucker's wife just getting out of rehab. So I really had to depend on Yo-Yo. Comes in a lot, but a lot of times she can't because she works also, and so does JP. So thank you for asking, and I really appreciate that. So this has been my take on the lottery, and I hope y'all have enjoyed it. DK all day. What we doing here? We getting ready to leave, sweetie. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to come back in, okay? And good night to all. I gotta get out of here because I gotta get ready to hit that mule in the morning about 4 o'clock. Michelle James say you were very informative. Thank you, Michelle. I try my best to work with whatever y'all give me, so y'all can put in the comment section if y'all want to talk about something else. I have one more other topic that was given to me on Friday, and I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Hopefully I can come on tomorrow. It's the first day back, so I'm not making any promises. But if I come on, it'll be around the same time. So thanks to all of my little sugar woogers for coming in, hitting that like button and running it up for me. Enjoy my first day back to school tomorrow. I will. I can't wait to see them. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless.